Hi, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to look about pseudocode. We will discuss what is pseudocode, why to use it and how to write it with an example. As we have seen about flowcharts in the previous video, the pseudocode is related to that. Pseudocode is a programming analysis tool which is used for planning program logic. So, pseudo means imitation or false and code refers to the instruction written in a programming language. So basically, pseudocode is an imitation of actual computer instructions. Instead of using symbols to describe the logic step of a program, as in flowchart, pseudocode uses a structure which resembles computer instructions. Since pseudocode emphasizes the design of the program, it is also called as program design language. One of the most important keys to understand about pseudocode is that it is not a programming language. It is actually a learning and reasoning tool used to help programmers to understand and write code. So, it's something that you write which is not in an actual code in any programming language, but if anyone wants to read it, it would be very clear to what is happening or what steps are being taken. Pseudocode enables us to grab simple set of instructions that are written in a plain English and eventually translate that into a program that can be executed in any computer languages. Now we will talk about why to use pseudocode. The purpose of using pseudocode is an efficient key principle of an algorithm. It is used in planning an algorithm with sketching out the structure of the program before the actual coding takes place. Pseudocode is understood by programmers of all types. There are few other reasons why we should use pseudocode. For starters, pseudocode abstracts away syntax to let us focus on solving the problem in front of you. So instead of getting bogged down in the exact syntax of a language, pseudocode allows you to write down in plain words what exactly you want to do. So now let's go ahead and see how to write pseudocode. Pseudocode doesn't have any strict or standard way of being written, so doesn't think of these as rules. Think these as more suggestions on how to get started with writing pseudocode. So the first point is, you may need to capitalize commands that will remain in the actual code. For example, if you are using if statements, it is important to keep those if statements in capital letters. This makes it easier to create code blocks and actually spot the logic. The next tip is to writing one statement per line. So each statement in your pseudocode should express just one action for the computer. It will make things easier. Another really important one is to use indentation process, which means using white spaces between blocks of text, which will help to keep components of your pseudocode isolated. You also want to make sure everything happening in the process must be described completely. It will be very easy for the person who is reading code if you are actually being specific and detailed for the steps. Lastly, you want to keep things simple, so doesn't write pseudocode in complete programmatic manner. It is necessary to be simple to understand for everyone, so doesn't mix too many technical terms and make things complicated. So as compared to flowchart, converting a pseudocode to a programming language is much easier. It is easier to modify the pseudocode of program logic when program modification is necessary. Writing of pseudocode involves much less time and efforts than drawing an equivalent flowchart. In case of pseudocode, a graphic representation program of logic is not available. Also, there are no standard rules to follow in writing pseudocodes. As compared to flowchart, beginners often find it more difficult to write pseudocode of a program logic or to follow a program logic from this pseudocode. So here is an example of flowchart and pseudocode to find the largest of two numbers. So here you can see the flowchart is written with the proper symbols while the pseudocode is written in a simple English language. This is the major difference between the flowchart and the pseudocode. So this is it for today's video. Thanks for watching till here. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel. If you guys want videos on more topics, please comment below. See you in the next video.